And so how I got the 3 a.m. fog. So when I was in that dysfunction of drinking, and this is just going to sound crazy, but spiritual warfare is absolutely real. I remember that I could have blacked out at 1 o'clock in the morning because of alcohol intake. And every day that last year, every day at 3 in the morning, God would wake me up. And I would roll out of bed and there was a mirror right here. And I remember I would roll out of bed and I would look and I could barely see because I was so inebriated by the alcohol. And it was almost like God telling me, look at yourself in the mirror, man. You know?
This isn't why I brought you here.
We've made it so far and look what you're doing. And so that stuck with me, and I'm in the process of writing a book. And so fast forward, 3M Fog has been alive but dormant in me for a long time, right? So this past November, I had a good friend of mine that I lost, who had problems with addiction. And again, I was a supervisor and he was struggling and I saw all the signs. And when I approached him, we ended up crying and hugging it out in the parking lot. And he's like, man, I had no idea. And I go, I know. And had I not seen you act like I just saw in the slurred speech, and I know, but guess what? There's help. Well, you know, we lost him by whatever means necessary. He passed, right? So I went to his viewing, and I look over here, the SWAT team, and I look over here, the new RID guys, and I look over here, and as I'm driving through the parking lot looking, you know what caught my eye was there is no emotion. And this was a person that by all accounts, you'll never hear me call another man sweet. This guy was a very sweet,
guy.
Human being. Everybody loved this guy. Okay? And when I went in the viewing, the only person crying was his mother. And she told me, oh, you're JC? Yeah, he told me about you.
Oh, man. That hurts.
And I've lost several friends to overdose, right? And I get angry when I go to their viewings, you know? So when I left the viewing, I said to myself, not another day. So I waited for the new year, January 3rd. I opened the LLC and I opened the account and sat there with a phone in my room and started talking to people. And it's taken off. There's a huge thirst to be well. There's nothing sadder than good men and women that serve and sit in front of you and ask you, will I ever be happy?